Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you a video talking about the original Season 4. Some news we've gotten recently about when the premiere is actually going to be airing. We also got a little bit of info about some plot details that are at least going to be moving things along at the start of the season. And another thing I want to show off before I forget. For my birthday, my girlfriend got me a Klaus t-shirt, which is just fucking awesome. This is actually more so based from Klaus in Season 3 of the Vampire Diaries, but it's still pretty awesome nonetheless. This is one I was planning on getting for a while, of course, with the quote, "You will never destroy me," which I remember him saying to Esther. It's just awesome to have that shirt at this point. Klaus has just become one of probably my favorite character ever in any show or movie. Right up there with Sam Witwer's Aiden on Being Human for me. But it's just amazing to have a Klaus t-shirt. It's fantastic. Joseph Morgan just does such a good job. Emmy-worthy, award-worthy performances every single season. The rest of the cast is really good too. Joseph Morgan, man. Anyway, so one thing I wanted to address right away, though, is, like I said, when the premiere is actually going to be. Someone commented to me about this a while ago on one of the last originals related videos I did. I'm sorry, I forget your name right now. But apparently the fact that the original Season 4 is actually going to be starting in January instead of our usual fall premiere alongside the Vampire Diaries. Which is a little bit weird, it kind of takes away any chances of us getting like another Originals and Vampire Diaries crossover in the next season. But we already got some really strong episodes of that together, in this past one for both of them. And it's just going to be, it's a little bit frustrating just to have to wait to watch the show a little while longer. But at the same time, it's not all bad, some people are worried that means it's getting close to being canceled or something like that, which I really hope isn't the case. The ratings for it aren't, fantastic by any means, but the original is just such a well-done show. It's criminally underrated and criminally overlooked. If the show were ever to get canceled before the story is finished, I'd just completely flip my shit, man. You have no idea. But it's not all bad. It doesn't necessarily mean that. The explanation they give is that's to strengthen their winter schedule. It doesn't really completely make sense if the ratings aren't that great, but apparently the network still sees the show does have an audience, so maybe they are sort of spreading the two shows out a little bit more to sort of, give some more weight to different sections of their schedule, which would make sense too. So I'm not overly concerned about it yet, but it's just going to suck to have to wait a little while longer. And at the same time, it will be nice not to have to watch them both in a row. It'll be nice to be able to focus on the Vampire Diaries for the first few months and then be able to watch the originals, on its own for a little bit as well. But once the original starts, it's going to be airing on the same night again, as far as I know. But, yeah. Anyway, so there's that. And, I'm not sure if that's entirely true. I did see some reports about it. A guy linked me to it. But, we'll probably find out for sure in the coming months. But it sounds like it's pretty likely that it will be airing sometime in January. No exact date yet. And then some plot details about Season 4. Of course, the Michaelsons, Klaus, Freya, Rebecca, Elijah, Cole, they're all in pretty big jeopardy here. And of course, Haley's the one on the loose right now, Haley and Hope. And, the obvious idea is that Haley's, of course, going to be searching for a way out for him, as Freya and the others had planned. Which is good. It's going to be good to see not Freya, but Haley, taking things up like that, being such a even more pivotal part than ever before, really. Not that she wasn't before, but you know what I mean. It's going to be fun to see her take up such a, high risk and such. I'm sure Marcel's going to be after her. Another interesting thing about that is the fact that apparently there's going to be some kind of time jump. Apparently it's going to be a pretty, somewhat big one, I guess, because we might actually see Hope grow up a little bit. And she's actually going to be able to unleash her powers, apparently, and help out with what Haley's trying to do. And that should be interesting. You know, we're getting, a Hope that can actually talk and interact with the other characters a little bit sooner than I expected. But I guess it would make sense with what happened to Klaus. It wouldn't just be like a few months or something. It seems like it could potentially, be stretched out for a few years, or a year at least. I don't know. It's going to have to be more than a year for Hope to do anything, though, I'm guessing. But it should still be interesting. I'm curious to see who they're going to have as like a Hope, at least like how many ever years into her life at this point. It's going to be interesting to see the actress they have for her. And it'll be good for later on, I think, so she can like have a scene with her father and such. Yeah, that'll be good. And then also, Vincent seems like he's going to be playing a pivotal part of Season 4 as well. We already seen the distaste he had for the way Marcel went about things at the end of Season 4. And it seems like he's sort of going to be an enemy of his going forward. So that's good. I think Vincent's a pretty likable character. Pretty likable supporting character, so it's going to be good to see him take that up. And yeah, those are just some of the details I want to talk about the plot of Season 4 of the original so far that we know about. A time jump was confirmed by executive producer Michael Hardicke. And he also wanted to emphasize that Marcel isn't the big bad of the season. He is, of course, more of an antagonist figure to our protagonist, the Michelsons. But the Michelsons aren't perfect. And as I was saying within the final few episodes of Season 3, I understand Marcel's perspective very much. Even Klaus did as well. So Marcel's not going to be the big bad, so it's going to be interesting to see who they bring in to be such a big threat. And I'm glad they acknowledge that Marcel's not like just like a villain now. He's more complex than that. He was sort of this is something he sort of had to do. And we see him struggling with it a little bit more when he was looking at Klaus before he was putting the bricks up and such. So he does still have an attachment to him. I think things will change again eventually, but it's going to be interesting to see that process for sure. Marcel's a really great character as well. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. What you think about the fact that it's probably going to be airing in January. What you think about these details about Season 4 that are out right now. What you think is going to happen. Who the big bad might be. Let me know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just really miss talking about the show, and I just wanted an excuse to talk, to talk about my shirt as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and look for Inspoiled.com. Catch you guys next time, potentially reviewing Resident Evil Damnation, which I have right here. So we'll probably talk about that next. Also going to be purchasing an Xbox One soon, and finally playing Fallout 4. But yeah, catch you guys next time, and peace.